What is going on, muln fans? Welcome back to the channel. Hey, just checking in with you before the weekend, telling you to be safe, make good choices. I know you're not all degens, but some of us are, and that's why the disclaimer's out there. So be safe. As always, you know this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm usually drinking by the time I make my videos, so do not take your financial advice from me. All I can tell you is my daily journal of what I'm looking for, what I'm watching, and let's go from there. So we're going to look at a little bit of the news that came out yesterday. I didn't make a video yesterday. We're going to look at the ortex, and we're going to look at the charts, and we will go from there. EV sector, absolutely ripping. I don't know if you're into Rivian or Lucid or whatever, but my what a day today for the EV sector. Even Tesla was just killing it. Tesla, infinite short squeeze. I still think it's out there for, whatever. Obviously something's driving it, and more than likely it's the shorts and the little cult that follows Tesla. So awesome. If you can scoop up Tesla at a really good bargain whenever it gets down to like those $90-$100 ranges, there's enough shorts and enough followers in Tesla that are going to probably make that turnaround, and we saw that by example today. So Team Shake and Bake, also we added 11 new EV hires. Awesome. Good to hear. So, if it is a scam company, if they have no intentions of making any cars, why are they hiring people? Is it on their dime? Is it on our dime? I don't know. That's yet to be seen, right? Are we paying for them? Or is DM paying for them? We're going to find out. But, why would you build a team? Why would people come on to a company if they didn't think that it was actually a company and going to hopefully be able to produce cars? These people have a long history. A lot of them do anyway. In the automotive sector, I don't know that they're willing to put their name out there on the line for something that is 100% a scam. Maybe it is, but what I always say is scams can make money too, right? You just have to trade it efficiently. So whether it is, whether it isn't, I don't personally think it is. I think there's too many followers, too many investors, and too much eyes on it for them to pull off some sort of scam. But hey, Bernie Madoff did it, so maybe DM could. But anyway, outside of that, there's a lot of moving parts that are coming together to make this look like a company, right? We have the facilities in place. We have acquisitions of companies that hopefully are going to be in production. We're hopefully looking for some sort of subsidy for federal grants or whatever, maybe potentially military issuance if that can come into play. There's a lot of team members and a lot of people that are professionals in their industry, and I just don't think logically that they would come in and risk their reputation for something like this. So it gives me a little bit of confidence. I don't know who any of these people are. I have not researched them other than what I've seen in just the quick, news articles that come out. But Jerry whoever that is, will take on position of president of Mullen Commercial Vehicles. Former Isuzu Chief Engineer Dave Adkins joining the company for Class 3 commercial vehicles. What else do we got going on in this news article? Not a whole lot. Lauer, I think he was part of Shake and Bake because we had him on social media. But the industry as far as automotive today was just absolutely ripping, and I think it helped Mullen, to a degree. Ortex, take it for what it is, 13.34%, 1.82% increase of the live short interest, and that's clocking in at 189.12 million. Cost to borrow average coming in at 25.82%, so I think that's a little bit of an increase from what we had before. Utilization still at 100%. I don't expect that to change anytime soon. How are we looking on the charts? So really, I just wanted to see 33 hold, and by 33, I really just mean this fib line that's here around 32.80. Right now we are at 32.90 in the after hours, so we're doing okay, right? That was target one, that was goal for the week. Just see it hold, and we are holding. I would have liked to seen a higher high, in all honesty. Not not trying to crush your hopes and spirits. Where in the world? There it is. Trend line. So if we're looking at it, you can see that we are getting smacked down just a little bit. So, draw up your trend lines. You got them pretty easy. Tap one. I think we could raise this one up just a little bit, but I'm being optimistic, I guess, as far as what I think it could be. It really could be right here, right? We got our start point, we got tap 1, we got tap 2, tap 3, tap 4, tap 5. So is it going to hold, which is nice. I mean, it's keeping us right above that level that we want to be at, keep us out of that trading range that we do not want to fall back into and get sucked into. So far, so good. I mean, sometimes, if we come up here in a flagpole situation and we start to consolidate just a little bit, sometimes that pushes us to the upside as we reach the end of our little channel. But I would like to see some strength come in. So as long as we see these buyers start stepping in and we start to flat top out around here, potentially Monday, we might get that little push to the upside. But I don't put a whole lot of faith into it. You can kind of see it here, right? Flagpole with the same scenario setup almost that we have going on right here. Flagpole, same scenario setup. So I like patterns. Patterns, they don't have to work out, but if we're looking at textbook, most of the time those patterns are going to play out. The thing is, they don't have to, so don't put all your eggs in one basket thinking that it's going to absolutely 100% play out. But so far, so good, right? We're taking it bit by bit, piece by piece, step by step. So we're headed in the right direction. Let's see if this holds. Let's see if our 3280 fib line holds. As of right now, it is, which is perfect. And ultimately, we want to see a crack of a higher high. We do have a little bit of a volume gap that comes in here somewhere in the 34 cents to, say, 35.5 cents. So I think if we can make that crack with some strength and hold, we peek our heads up in there, but we quickly get knocked back down. So if we can peek up in there with a little bit of strength, maybe it takes us to our next fib level. Markets are running absolutely hot right now. Hotter than I thought they would run. They are kicking some butt. Oh boy. Let's look at it. Just, we got to look at it. There's no way to not look at it. What is going on with my charts? Gotta love TradingView. So I mean, honestly, it was trying to break out, but we got hammered down pretty good there at the end of the day. You got to break out of this rising wedge, which was good. So we're gonna see if there's a retest. The retest somewhere around 450 to 405, depending on when it hits. See if it wants to bounce from there. If not, I think we are definitely coming back down in here. A lot of news dropped today. I mean, I guess if, bad news is kind of good for the markets right now. So, if we miss some of those targets as far as the overall market expecting, then that's good, for markets party on with the markets. But Jay Powell's going to come out next week, and Jay Powell might just crush some hopes and dreams. So keep an eye on it. I wouldn't get too bullish. I wouldn't get too bearish. I think we're at a standstill until Wednesday, 2:30, 3 o'clock range, and then we're going to truly see which way these markets want to take us, whether it's to the upside or to the downside. Mullen, if you're trading it, I guess, I mean, it kind of is following this flag. I don't know. I wouldn't. I trade the levels that I'm comfortable in, and then if it exceeds my expectations, I just let it ride and see what happens, just because I don't know. And who knows, one of these times above 33 might be the last time, and one of these times below 28 or 25 might be the last time. That we just kiss it goodbye. So I play the levels that I know and that I'm comfortable in, and otherwise I just kind of let the market do what it wants to do, and I have my alerts set for whenever it comes back into the levels that I'm comfortable and I know what to be watching. So let's see if it wants to bounce here. I mean, we have a very nice recovery on Monday up to getting us into our fib line at the very least, and potentially up to say 38 cents. If it's not going to respect some sort of channel, whether it be this steep or this steep, maybe we should back it down there. That looks a little bit more comfortable. So I would say into our fib line, or maybe 36.5 cents. I don't like to do hopium. I don't know. We're just waiting, and really we need to break out here. You can see it's been a rejection point, so that's obviously target number one. We want to get above there, but just continue to watch the levels that we know and that we talk about day to day down here, and whenever it's doing its thing up here, then you're watching your fib lines. So you know, if it starts crashing through 36 cents back to the downside, okay, we kind of know what's happening. If it starts to base or maybe come back, retest, and push from there, then we're kind of in the dark, and we're just waiting to see what happens at the next fib line from there. So keep an eye on it. But I mean, I do think overall muln seems to be growing as far as what they want to do. Our 30-minute, we are resting right back down on our fib line. I'll zoom in so you can see it. It is making an ever so slight turn right here. Can you see that? I don't ever know how big these things come up. Okay, so here's our trend line. You can see it's making just an ever so slight turn back to the upside. Again, on the 1 hour, tapped it, and it's making an ever so slight turn back to the upside. 4 hour, still kind of trending. I mean, if you were to draw a trend line on that 4 hour, it doesn't look bad. I would not say it looks bad. Probably going to start getting a little bit too steep for us to continue on, but hey, as long as DM doesn't dilute us, maybe, just maybe, it'll continue to make its push. The daily looks okay. It's coming back down to rest on it, so we're going to see where it goes from there. Still kind of making its curl back to the upside. So I mean, everything looks okay. The 5 minute, we lost it just a little bit, but it's okay. It came down, tested its trend line, double bottomed out here, and made its push back up. So right now it's either going to get back into that bullish trend line territory, or it's going to reject from it, which would bring our longer time frames down. So keep an eye on what your shorter time frames are doing right now, more so than what your longer time frames are. They're going to have the impact on it. So this is either going to confirm that maybe our longer time frames will continue to push into that bullish territory right here, or if it's going to reject and start making some lower highs and lower lows. Watch that one as well if you're trading this in the short time frames, because that could indicate we're coming back down to 28 or even to the 25 level and then playing this again. But the strength looks okay. We do dive below this, you know, every so often. We get our big push up, dive below, big push up. It didn't dive below here, but we didn't get the same level of push up from this last tap, right? It was a little bit weaker. So maybe this will be the dive below, back down to say 28-30 cent range, and we'll see if it wants to make another level up from there. So we're just watching it, but thank you guys so much for coming back and watching another one. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you are safe. Make good choices. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I want to see you all back on Monday. We'll talk over the weekend. If not over the weekend, we'll definitely talk on Monday. I will catch you in the next one. As always, stay golden, people, and may your accounts stay green.